Better Daily, where we work hard in our minds, bodies, and our spirits to become 1% better every single day. Download the app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.live to catch the video version of these podcasts. Here's your host and my dad, Alex Van Houten.
What's up, Betterment family? This is Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. Happy Tuesday. It is Nutrition Tip Tuesday, and today we're going to talk about don't waste your calories. I'm very excited. Don't waste them. Don't do it. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. For those of you who joined us last night for our Bible study and prayer, whether you were live with us here in the Zoom room or if you were just joining us on the app, thank you for joining us. It was a powerful opportunity for discussion. We talked through the book of Philippians, chapter 1 all the way through chapter 4, Paul's letter to the church at Philippi. And we prayed together. We talked about some of the prayer requests in our community, as well as praying for contentment in all things. I found it very edifying. Those who were there found it edifying. And I had a few people reach out after and was like, hey, I watched this. Thank you very much. That was good. Please keep doing that. And so I plan to continue doing that once a month here in Better Daily. We'll read through a book of the Bible. We'll talk through it together and then pray about whatever we need to pray about. So if you have prayer requests that weren't fielded last night in the group, please send them to me, or feel free to reach out to anyone who was represented last night in the live, because they would be happy to join you in prayer as well. There's a lot of things we could say about prayer. Maybe I'll cover it on a Word Thursday. That sounds like a good plan. But today we're going to talk about calories. So here in Better Daily, oftentimes you'll hear me talk about calories in the negative. I have a significant case against calories for a number of reasons that I'm going to try really hard not to reiterate today, because I only have so much time here in a short cast to talk about what I want to talk about with you. But today I do want to talk about the merits of a calorie-based approach to diet, and then a conclusion for you. Okay, so here's something that happens in my training world very frequently. Okay, somebody will sign up to work with me and they'll do their consultation. And what they want to do, they're very gung-ho, motivated, and inspired about starting their new health and fitness program. And they want to do what they've done before, which is to jump in head first with guns blazing and do everything all at once. They want to work out 5 days a week. They want to go from 0 days a week to 5 days a week. They want to work out 5 days a week. And they want those workouts to be hard. Like, they want to feel it. They want to hate themselves when they wake up in the morning. Like, oh, everything hurts. Yes, it's working. And then they also want to change everything about their diet. They know they've been eating too many hot wings, and they know they've been eating too much ice cream, and they know that there are extraneous things in their diet that is certainly not helping their love handles. And so they want to do all that too. They want to cut out all the garbage, and they want to eat really healthy, and they want to go hard at this fitness thing. One of the things that happens in that state is a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit comes about because you're burning more energy than you're consuming, right? Because if you cut out all the garbage, your body's used to operating at 2,500 calories a day or 3,000 calories a day or a ridiculous amount of fat and carbohydrates, whatever. Your body's used to operating with all of that energy, right? And then you start working out, which burns calories. Okay, so you're already at a calorie deficit compared to where you were before, but you also cut down what you're eating. You diet as a verb. You go on a diet. I guess that would be a noun. Either way, no bueno, diet, no bueno, because what happens is now you're at a severe energy deficit, and you're really happy because you're seeing results. Like, you would cut out all the garbage, so you lose a lot of water, a lot of inflammatory markers go down. You reduce your carbohydrates, so you also lose a lot of water there. You sweat a lot in your workouts, so you lose a lot of water there, right? And you go, man, I lost like 7 pounds in 2 weeks. This is totally working. First of all, just FYI, if that's you, if you've done that before, and some of you have done this before and you already know where I'm going with this, but hang with me. If you've done that before, I promise you, you did not lose 7 pounds of fat in 2 weeks. There are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. 7 pounds of fat is, wait, wait for it, is like 24,500 calories. You did not create a 24,500 calorie difference in 2 weeks. It did not happen. There's no way, unless you just you started running right now and you didn't stop until next week. That's how you create a 24,500 calorie deficit, because, well, all those changes are a shock to the system, right? And so people they feel this and they're like, yeah, I'm doing great. And I cut my calories and I'm working out and burning lots of calories, right? And so what happens? Well, 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks out, they burn out, quote unquote. They burn out. Why do they burn out? Well, the body's been starving, basically, of energy. And at the same time, and here's the kicker, at the same time, if you've started exercising, you've started a new exercise program, you're asking your body to adapt. Well, you've starved it at the same time as you've asked it to do extra work, not just the calories from the workout, but the calories, the energy required to adapt. I'll use this as an example. So right now, gas prices are going up here. They're going up everywhere. It's a lot of fun, by the way. But you likely are not making any more money than you were a year ago. I hope that your income is steadily climbing. I don't want to speak against that in your life, but I am saying that it's very possible that the resources that your household has to devote to energy has not changed at all, yet the cost of energy has gone up. Energy is more limited. Well, how do you offset that? What do you do about that? Maybe you drive less. Maybe you buy less of other things. Maybe there's some things that you had to cut out of your budget in order to make up for the difference in the energy cost. And this is what happens to a body when you start a new exercise program and you cut your calories at the same time, because your body is trying really hard to keep up with the new demand of exercise. It's trying really hard to adapt you and make you stronger and help you to stand up to the next workout and to grow and change your mitochondria and change your blood volume and increase your stroke volume and increase your energy capacity and change your relationship of carbohydrates and fat burn so that you have a more athletic and conditioned way of using fuel. It's trying to do all of those things, hormonally speaking, neurologically speaking, from a cellular perspective. All those things are trying to happen, but you've also cut the energy that you give it. You cut the energy down. And so what happens? Well, your body has to pull energy from somewhere. And unfortunately, it doesn't only pull from our fat stores. It pulls from our organs. It pulls from our muscles. There are different hormones that require a certain amount of energy to stay in good balance. And when you reduce your energy intake a bunch and you increase your activity a bunch, what happens is some of those hormones go up. The ones that are really hard, they're called catabolic hormones. They break down tissues in the body, they go up. And the anabolic ones, the ones that build you up and restore you and recover you, they start to go down, and you create a hormonal imbalance. And that's not good, because you can't do that forever. You just can't. So there are some benefits to calorie restriction in the sense that perhaps you learn how to do more with less. Paul says that in Philippians. I've learned the secret, my friends, to operating well. I'm changing the words a bit, but to operating well in fullness and in hunger and want, right? You can do that. You can teach the body how to do more with less. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to teach the body. But if you do that for a long time, watch out. What's going to happen is you're going to run out of resources. Something's got to give at some point. Either you need to feed yourself well before you continue that journey, or you need to stop exercising so hard. So I say, don't waste your calories, because oftentimes what I preach in my client programs, what I guide my clients through in the very beginning, is if we're going to start an exercise program where we weren't exercising prior, or at least not intensely, then what we need to do is establish that exercise habit. We need to adapt the body. And from a nutrition perspective, sure, maybe you need to eat less ice cream and stuff, but I don't want you to go hardcore at this whole calorie cutting thing. What I want you to do instead is let's focus on eating enough protein, because we're going to ask the body exercise wise to create adaptations, to rebuild you anew, to get stronger, to get faster, to become more endurable, right? And that's going to require some great building blocks and some energy. And so what I want you to do from a nutrition perspective is focus on your protein first. I want you to get that up. I want you not to waste your calories because you're eating enough. Great, awesome. Let's use those to build you back in an awesome way. And so we do that. And then what do? We condition what we've built. We grow some muscle, we grow the lean body mass, we work on athleticism, and we teach the body what to do with the new tissue that we've created. And from a nutrition perspective, we start to get smart about our vegetables and our fruits and timing our carbohydrates around our intense activity, and to start getting a feeling for what real hunger feels like, so that we're not eating when we're bored or eating when we're angry or eating when we're sad. Instead, we're eating because, well, we're fueling ourselves. We're giving ourselves the building blocks we need in order to become everything that God created us to be. That's a very different thing from a nutrition perspective. And we don't waste our calories. We say, hey, I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to eat this food right now. I'm going to go use it for something awesome. And this is where you start hearing things like carrot cake is awesome on leg day. Because we're not going to waste these calories, man. I have an opportunity to feast on some carrot cake. I'm going to make sure that I'm in a great state of recovery from a great leg workout. Why? Because it's going to make awesome use of that extra energy. And then after you've conditioned to this point, then we can start looking at, okay, is there a phase of training where we could be okay at a caloric deficit? It won't be stressful to the body. It won't ruin our hormones. And personally, I don't like the idea of counting calories every day. I don't like it. I don't think it's healthy. I think it sends people on a very strange way of eating. And it makes us a little obsessive about the math. What I prefer to do with my clients is I prefer to foster a fasting practice for them, teach them how to fast well, teach them how to listen to their body so that we can get all of the benefits of a calorie restricted phase of training without all of the weird psychological stuff that goes with it, and teach your body the feasting and famine cycle, which lets us operate and do more with less, which also teaches our ability to regulate insulin well, teaches our body that it doesn't need to carry so much fat all the time. Like, we can actually use this stuff, and so there's no reason to store it, and to teach our body that even if we're at a deficit for a short period of time, we're going to feast soon, so it's not that big of a deal. What happens to some people is they'll maintain a calorie restricted diet for, I've seen it for years. I've seen people eat 1,200 calories for 2 years, 1,200 calories a day for 2 years, and then wonder why they're losing energy, wonder why they're irritable and upset and frustrated, and why they're having trouble sleeping, and why their workouts suck, and all those things. It's like, dude, you're not giving yourself enough energy, man. You don't have enough going on. You don't have enough coming in to use it. You know what happens to your car if you don't give it enough gas? You run out of gas. Some people are just running out of gas. So eat your calories and don't waste them. Use them for something awesome. And if you're somebody who hasn't been exercising regularly, or maybe you just started picking up an exercise program, please, 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 please don't try to eat too much less right now. It's not going to help you a lot. In fact, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get broken down. You're going to get injured, and then you're going to be frustrated. And what I'd prefer for you to do is feed the beast. Get protein in your system. Feed yourself enough energy to adapt well. Develop some healthy nutrition habits over the course of this training cycle, and then start thinking about, okay, are there places in my diet where I'm taking in energy that just doesn't have any nutrients in it? You know, the Cheetos and the ice cream and even the bread sometimes, really, really high energy density, very, very low nutrient density. Is there a way that we can increase the nutrients, give your body what it needs, so that we teach it that we don't need to have so much energy all the time? But that's a topic for another day. So for now, don't waste your calories. I hope that was helpful to you. I'd love you to reach out with questions from a nutrition perspective, because this can feel very complicated. And around here, we don't want to complicate things. It's about the 1% better that we can be today. So if you need help finding what that 1% is, reach out either via comment on this live, or if you're catching this in the shortcast publication, you can shoot an email to coachal@betterdaily.live. Or if you're my friend here in Better Daily, you know where to find me. Shoot me a message. Guys, this has been Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live for Nutrition Tip Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and I'm really excited to celebrate our wins as a community with you. Until then, it's just 1%. You got this.
Thank you for joining us for 1% Better today. Don't forget to subscribe for the podcast. Leave us a raving review to tell others how Better Daily has helped you in your journey. If you want more Better Daily, download our app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.live. Use code POD to get 25% off your subscription. That's POD, all caps, to save 25% on your subscription. We all have a cross to carry. It's lighter when we do it together. Go to betterdaily.live today.